In the spring of 1990, 14-year-old Jeremy McLaren of Charlottesville, Virginia, had learned basic life-saving in one of his high school classes. He never imagined that within a few weeks he'd be using those skills to try and save the life of someone he loved.
We had decided that we'd like to go and climb the cliff over where my dad and I and the rest of the family had once lived. When we got to there, we didn't really recognize it and stuff, but it was really awesome looking.
You remember now?
Just barely.
Wait till you get over there. Look, really.
There's a little creek, and we crossed the creek, and we were running around in it. There's this huge 80-foot cliff and everything, and so then we went over to the cliff, and we started to climb and everything. My dad was looking around for a good place and found a good place and started to climb.
All right.
I didn't want to climb it because it looked too scary and steep and everything. But there was a ledge about 15 feet up, and I thought, well, I can make it up to that, and it'd be neat just to sit on that ledge and everything.
It looks slippery. It is.
I got up to about 12 feet, and I decided, no, I don't want to do this. It looks too dangerous. But my dad kept on climbing.
It had been 10 years since 35-year-old Barry McLaren had been climbing.
We found a trail that just went up like a hill or something, went and just led you right up to the top. We looked down, we saw my dad climbing. He says, I don't know if I want to go on or not, but going up sure does look a whole lot easier than going down.
Barry had been climbing the sheer rock face for nearly 20 minutes when his muscles began to cramp.
Before he's been able to climb it successfully and climb all the way up it, but this time for some reason he said his hands were hurting and that his hands were really tired. I was watching him. He was climbing right about 5 feet diagonally from me. And I was just sitting there. I could have, like, reached down my hand and touched him or grabbed onto a tree and helped him up or something. And I freaked out at first. And I said, Dad just fell off. So we're running down the hill. I got control of myself. And so Josh was closest, so he got down there first. And he started going into shock.
14-year-old Jeremy had learned basic first aid in school and the Boy Scouts. 12-year-old Josh and his friend ran to get help.
They went over to call 911. I saw my dad, and he's got this huge gash under his chin. And so I put my shirt on that and held it on there for direct pressure and everything. And checked all over to see if there are any more blood spots.
Don't get up, Dad. Don't get up. Just lay down. Just lay down. Stay still.
When we continue.
Rescue.
Oh, yeah. He fell off a cliff.
Fell off a what?
He's injured.
Where did he fall at?
He fell off a cliff.